Now that I'm home, I've had some time to reflect on my experience at the ADAC Sim Expo in Germany. This was my first time attending and it was both incredibly fun as well as overwhelming. There was so much to see and I had only planned 2 days to explore as many things as I could, focusing on new products and hardware I hadn't yet had the chance to review or try. At the same time, I was trying to meet and greet manufacturer reps, fellow creators, and even some fans. The 2 days flew by, but I feel like I accomplished many of the goals for the show that I had in the beginning. In this video, I want to highlight just a few of my personal top experiences. VPG Sim is a high-end premium sim racing wheel maker, creating original wheels and some that both resemble and replicate real-life versions. I recently reviewed the VPG-T, but Manny from VPG had invited me to come by and check out the new Mustang GT3 wheel being teased leading up to the show. He also promised a few treats like trying a real Porsche 911 Cup car wheel worth about over $30,000. This gave me an opportunity to try the wheel in a state-of-the-art full-motion rig from Novus. For me, this was one of the best rigs I tried at the show. Even though it was clear the settings were pretty dialed up, it did give me a sense of the capabilities. You're able to feel every curb and bump on the road, and as the car shifts directions and rolls, it was a very immersive experience. One I would definitely like to try again in the future. As for VPG wheels, the Mustang GT3 did not disappoint. It was extremely lightweight and balanced, and using this in the sim with the same Mustang GT3 and this motion rig was an incredible experience. I'm looking forward to hopefully reviewing this wheel in the future so I can give you my full impressions and breakdown. Thanks again to Manny and Mike and Novus. It was great to meet you all in person, and thanks for being great hosts at the booth. Their booth was always full of people with long lines to try this really cool rig from Novus. Next up is Bavarian Simtec, which has quickly become one of my favorite sim racing hardware companies and one I think everyone should pay attention to. They had a really nice looking booth in collaboration with chassis maker Trek. Not only did they have their latest wheel, the Alpha, which I'm still currently reviewing at the time of recording this, but they also showed off a version 2 of their Omega Pro Formula wheel, a new button box that had everyone excited, as well as a few more accessories including a DDU, set of brows, and even a cell phone holder for your rig. It's clear their design language and feature-rich wheels were really resonating with the show attendees, as their booth was always packed every time I walked by. I'm especially excited about this new button box. It looks very similar to obviously the PSP from Precision Sim Engineering, but it does have a few extra tricks up its sleeves, including the multi-selectors that are brought over from their wheels, giving you tons of inputs at your fingertips. I'm really looking forward to getting one of these button boxes on my rig once they're available. Many visitors to the show, including myself, were eager to try out the new Assetto Corsa Evo for the first time. There's a lot of hype and anticipation obviously around this new sim title, and rightfully so. Fans of previous generations of AC are hopeful for an improved driving experience, enhanced graphics, and new features at launch. Several exhibitors and booths had rigs with AC Evo available to try, but I was fortunate to spend an extended period with the new game in Fanatec's creator room. I tested all 3 available demos. The first, a Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car race at Imola, the Alpine A110 road car at Bathurst in some pouring rain, and the Hyundai i30N at Brands Hatch on a clear day but with a slick track. These 3 demos gave me a good sense of how the sim handles across different cars, circuits, and weather conditions. Overall, I was really impressed with this early pre-alpha version, and it made me more optimistic about the future of this title. Check out my other video for my candid first driving impressions. My position is somewhat unique and privileged as I've had the opportunities to try many of the products at the show already. However, an opportunity to test a new wheelbase recently announced by SimLab was unexpected as well as high on my list to check out. It might have been easy to miss as SimLab had a pretty low-key area with just a few rigs set up, though 3 of these rigs featured disguised early versions of their upcoming wheelbases, including a 15Nm, 25Nm, and a whopping 35Nm version. I was able to try both the 25Nm and 35Nm models. Both felt very good for early products, but SimLab reps told me that they still have lots of work to do fine-tuning these. The experience was definitely familiar, however some elements felt very different from my experience with other wheelbases. Until I can properly review these and check some settings as well as make direct comparisons, I'm going to reserve my final thoughts. It's certainly exciting to see more wheelbase options enter the market, especially from such an established company like SimLab, known for making high-end and premium sim racing products. Check out my other video with my candid first impressions while trying out the 35Nm model paired with the Mercedes-AMG F1 wheel. If you were able to try one of these wheelbases at the show, let me know what you thought in the comments below. The release is scheduled, I'm told, for sometime around Q3 2025, with pricing still not exactly finalized, though I'm told they will range from 1,000 up to 2,500 euros. Soelpec is no longer a newcomer in the sim racing wheel market, but for many, including myself, this was the first chance to get my hands on with their wheels and run a few laps. I was genuinely impressed with the overall feel of these wheels and their inputs. The looks and design have really grown on me too. I'm hopeful for an opportunity to review the Spectra XR in the future and see if it's one that I want to add to my collection. It's one of the best integrations I've seen of a dash template and wheel completely designed by Soelpec. I also really like how even on the LT model, their DDU syncs up through SimHub to offer a similar experience. I'm really curious to see what else might come out of Soelpec in the future. These are just a few of my personal top experiences, but there were so many exciting things to see at the show, and if you attended the expo, let me know in the comments what your favorite things were. If you've just been following coverage online, I'd also love to hear about your favorite things that you've seen so far from the show. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and enjoy your racing.